Hi everyone, this is Anita Laudani. I'm a licensed clinical social worker and an energy practitioner, and I want to talk to you today about narcissism. So, what is narcissism and what is narcissistic personality disorder? So, there's a difference. Narcissistic personality disorder is actually a textbook, it's a diagnosable personality disorder that you have to meet certain requirements and by the DSM-5, and then you get diagnosed by a licensed professional. But you don't have to be. That's the extreme form of narcissism. You don't have to have, diagnosed that to actually have narcissistic tendencies. So Dr. Ramani is amazing. She's someone that's on YouTube and has done she's written books on the subject of narcissism. So if you're looking for more information, go watch a few videos. It'll just blow your mind. But what I want to do for this video is just summarize and give you maybe the highlights of narcissism, okay, and the different types of narcissism. So according to Dr. Ramani, there's like 8 or 10 different types of narcissists out there. But let's talk about a few that may or may not be obvious to us. So the obvious type of narcissism, a narcissistic person, is someone that is just, obnoxious. They're full of themselves. They're charismatic. They're witty. They're charming, but it's all about them. It's all a narcissist. It's always all about them. They're very grandiose. Then you have the malignant narcissist. The grandiose narcissist is this, it's all about them. They're charming, they're witty, they're bigger than life. But the malignant narcissist is mean. They're all about that, but they have like a sociopathic tendencies. They're just nasty. They actually feel very little remorse about hurting people outside their inner circle. But the inner circle, they may feel some remorse about, but the outside circle, they don't care how they hurt them. Malignant narcissists also can be sociopaths and psychopaths. Narcissists are usually sociopaths or psychopaths. The difference between a sociopath and a psychopath is this. A sociopath will basically, the rules of the society don't apply to them, and they only will apologize if they get caught. If it's a direct consequence to them. So for example, if they were speeding and they got a ticket, they will charm and talk their way out of that ticket because again, they don't want that ticket. They don't want to pay. A psychopath basically is a sociopath on speed. Okay. They have no moral compass. A psychopath literally has no sense of right or wrong. They are these are the kids that they're the serial killers, but they don't become serial killers overnight. They start by torturing little animals. They start by maybe burning lizards in a tin, or they'll start by hitting ducks with rocks, or they'll start by, abusing the dog, hitting the dog with a stick. And eventually it grows and grows and gets worse and worse, but then they eventually, attack and hurt people. That's a psychopath. Now let's come back to our topic of, narcissists. The next type of narcissist is something that we usually don't recognize as narcissists, because we always think a narcissist is someone that's so full of themselves and they're so, charming, but they're also just obnoxious. A covert narcissist. So what's a covert narcissist? A covert narcissist is someone that is very passive aggressive. These are the people in your life that usually are depressed, and they also are the ones that are the victims, and life has done them wrong. And if only they were given a chance, life would have been different, right? They're the ones that do suffer from depression and anxiety, but they're also the ones that never take any responsibility for anything wrong in their life. It's always about other people and how they were the victim and they didn't get a fair chance. And if only, they didn't get a break because, they're not the boss's, nephew. They didn't get the promotion. They didn't have a fair, share in life. So these are the covert narcissists. These are the ones that'll give you backhanded compliments, they'll say stuff like, well, must be nice to have a trust fund, or, must be nice to, just be so, pretty where everyone wants to be your friend. And they're also the ones that you don't want to engage in any kind of argument, especially around religion or politics, because they will just argue and argue and argue and argue. You cannot win. You can't win with narcissists anyways, but you definitely cannot win. They are the ones that always want to discuss politics. They're the ones who always want to discuss, and they're very strong, minded about, how they feel. And they will sit here and talk until the sun comes up, and to make their point. Covert narcissists are never satisfied with anything. They will complain about anything. They will criticize everyone and everything, and they chronically play a victim. Now, the next type of narcissist is someone that I'm sure you know, okay? Especially if you're part of any kind of congregation or a church or a temple. We know the communal narcissist. That's what that is, the communal narcissist. Now, these are the communal narcissists that are off doing charity. But they're not doing charity just because they want to do it out of the goodness of their heart. They're doing charity because they want the recognition, right? They need a lot of recognition. They're the ones who will just go and announce to everyone, what charity work they're doing. Oh, or they'll be the ones posting on Facebook, about how, they are, feeding the homeless, or they gave away their, I've seen so many of those where, I gave away, my, what is it? The stimulus check, because I had enough. And so I just really wanted to give it to somebody else, to help them. Yeah, but you didn't have to post it on Facebook, So they're the kind of ones. And of course, with social media, communal narcissists are full blown, where everything gets recorded. Everything is a picture moment, and everything is a hashtag. They also, it's the constant validation needed for their work. And you have to be careful because, not all people who do charity are communal narcissists. You have to recognize not to just label someone. It's one thing when you have family members who are sharing their, their seva or their whatever they're doing with you. It's another thing if they're doing it constantly, and if it's another thing if they're doing it to gain attention, right? Because I may or may not want to share with, my mom some of the work I'm doing, although I really rarely tell her what I'm doing. But, I may share some of my successes with my close friends and family, but that doesn't mean I'm a communal narcissist. That means I'm sharing with them. So there's a fine line. You need to differentiate. I would be a communal narcissist if I'm constantly blowing up everything that I'm doing and everything that's, that's happening in my life and how nice I am and how I'm making such a difference in people's lives. If I'm constantly putting that on Facebook, then I'm definitely a communal narcissist, right? So see the difference? Anyways, those are the 4 types of narcissists. So you've got the grandiose narcissist, the malignant narcissist, the covert narcissist, and the communal narcissist. Once again, Dr. Ramani has hundreds of videos, and if you sign up, she does videos all the time. Go and look them up, okay? Love and light. Take care. God bless.